Derby County Academy graduate Liam Thompson could be heading for the exit door. Now, he has been offered a contract by John Eustace and Derby County to keep him at the club for another few years, but obviously we have no confirmation of that contract just yet. Now, the rumour mill is circling, and Liam Thompson is reportedly being linked with a range of different League One clubs, including the likes of Peterborough United, Blackpool and Wigan. Now, according to Anything Blackpool, Liam Thompson has held talks with Blackpool, which in my opinion, I don't believe to be the case. I believe that Liam Thompson is currently on holiday in Thailand as per his Instagram story, which means that this is probably a little bit none the wiser. Now, for me, when it comes to holding talks with other clubs, obviously Liam Thompson will have agents who could potentially be dealing with those conversations behind the scenes, why he sort of mulls over a potential Derby County contract offer. But we need to take a little bit more of a look into Liam Thompson and what he sort of offers for Derby County and why he could potentially sort of leave and sort of head on to pastures new. Now, do you want to win yourself the brand new Derby County 2025-26 home shirt? Well, I'm here to give you an opportunity to do that. There will be a link down in the description where you can head on over to raffle.com to join a raffle where you can win the Derby County home shirt. Ticket prices start at just £1 with a range of different discounts available. You can buy 2 tickets, get 2 free, 5 tickets, get 5 free, 10 tickets, get 10 free, and 15 tickets to get 15 free. The intention with this is to give you guys the opportunity to win a Derby County shirt for less than the valued cost in the shop. So if you haven't done so already, head on down to the description, click on the link in the description, which will take you over to raffle.com, create yourself an account, answer the question and join this raffle. The winner will be announced on August 1st at 6 p.m. as the transfer window begins to draw to a close. So if you haven't done so already, head on over there and get your tickets. Now, obviously this season he wasn't necessarily a key figure for Derby County under that of Paul Warne in the first half of the campaign, sort of being resorted to a bench option, and I think he picked up an injury early on in the season as well. But heading into the second half of the campaign under John Eustace, in my opinion, he became a pivotal part of the balance in that midfield. Now, he made 31 appearances, scoring once, collecting 6 yellow cards and playing 1,809 minutes. In my opinion, the most of those minutes were under John Eustace. And he played in a range of different positions across the course of midfield, whether it be as sort of a sitting midfielder, he played as a number 8 and a number 10 as well, and sort of was part of that front three on occasion under John Eustace when sort of we went to that 3-5-2, 3-4-3 type formation with the likes of Marcus Harness and Jerry Yates as the strikers. Now, obviously Liam Thompson came through at Derby County and did obviously have that loan spell a couple of years ago. I believe it was at Scunthorpe United, where it obviously didn't go to plan at Scunthorpe. I think he picked up a broken ankle and he only went on to make 3 appearances for the club. But for Derby County, he's been excellent. He does have a lot of talent and there's quality there. But for me, he's not necessarily sort of like your top level midfielder. He's a ratter, he's a worker, he'll boot your ankles and he'll work hard. And that is what you can't sort of fault from Liam Thompson. And there's a lot that you can take from Liam Thompson. And he does get a lot of stick from a range of different Derby County fans and also fans from other clubs as well. Because ultimately, he isn't the second coming of Andres Iniesta. He isn't a Sergio Busquets. He isn't a Xavi. He is literally just a workhorse. And he's brilliant at being a workhorse. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not necessarily opposed to Liam Thompson moving on and opening the door for Derby County to bring in some more higher quality midfielders. Now, obviously, we do know, as per the retained list a few weeks ago, that Liam Thompson and Craig Forsyth were both offered new contracts with Derby County. My assumption would be that Tomo's would be a 2+1, Fozzie's would be a 1-year contract. Now, we obviously don't have confirmation of that, and we also don't have confirmation on Liam Thompson or Craig Forsyth's future. Now, across the course of his career, as you'll probably all well know, across the course of youth football and in senior football, 187 appearances, 4 goals, 6 assists, 27 yellow cards, 11,255 minutes. Now, he's made 106 senior appearances for Derby County, scoring just 3 times. And don't get me wrong, I'm not against Liam Thompson. I don't hate Liam Thompson. If you go back like a month or so ago, maybe 2 months ago on my channel, you'll know that I said it was really important for Liam Thompson to sort of be in the team for Derby County and be part of that starting 11, because I thought that he was the glue to the team for the second half of the year under John Eustace. Every time we took Liam Thompson out, we'd drop points, whether it be we'd draw, we'd lose, whatever, we'd drop points. And that is obviously what Derby County couldn't do at the back end of last season. And I think John Eustace understood that towards the end, and Liam Thompson was a massive part of why we stayed in the division. And I personally, I love our academy graduates. Everyone that comes through the academy, for me, like, gets a free pass at so much. Like, they could genuinely be like the worst player in the world, and I would give them a pass, because you've, like, in my opinion, when they've come through the academy, there's a lot more to it than just playing football. There's a lot more emotional attachment to the club when it comes to the player, especially when you give a player their debut. And I think sometimes, some of our younger players that have been given debuts haven't necessarily then been able to sort of prove themselves, and haven't sort of been given the opportunity to. And in my opinion, I think that's what happened with Liam Thompson across the course of the spell under obviously Paul Warne in League One, and then heading into this season. And I think he got an excellent opportunity under John Eustace and showed us exactly what he could do. Now, obviously, there is a couple of clubs that will obviously be circling Liam Thompson. Like, that isn't a surprise. He's shown he's got quality in League One. He's shown he's got the ability in the Championship as well. If you remember his debut for Derby County, I believe was up against it was either Bournemouth or Fulham. Picked up man of the match, then played either Fulham or Bournemouth after. It was in that order sort of thing. Picked up man of the match again, and in my opinion, on occasion has been Derby County's best player on the pitch. Had an unbelievable start to the year in League One last year. Picked up a torn quadricep, which kept him out for 4 months, and ultimately then left him on the sidelines realistically. And it was unfortunate for him, because I think he'd have been a massive part of Derby County's promotion last season had he not got injured. He only ended up going on to play, I think it was about 800 minutes for the club in League One in their promotion campaign. But obviously 800 very, very important minutes, which gave Derby County the sort of the footwear to go on and be that sort of automatic promoted club, which came with being part of a huge victory against Peterborough early on in the season. Now, obviously, there's a rumour regarding Liam Thompson potentially going to Sheffield Wednesday. Can't see that being true with the issues that are going on at that club at the moment. Obviously, unpaid wages and things like that, which I believe will see them be given a transfer embargo over the course of the next 3 transfer windows. And I believe it could also see them getting a points deduction. So I can't see Liam Thompson actually signing for Sheffield Wednesday. But the other League One clubs, the likes of Blackpool, Wigan and Peterborough, who are all reportedly interested, I think that makes a lot of sense. And do I believe that Liam Thompson should move on from Derby County? I'm not entirely sure. Do I believe that Liam Thompson could go and be a first team player and be a mainstay in a team somewhere in League One? Absolutely. Do I think he has that capability in the Championship? Maybe not so much, unless he goes to someone of the likes of Charlton Athletic, maybe Wrexham. But ultimately, Wrexham have a ton of money to spend. I'm not entirely sure on Charlton's financial position, but I know they've got some really good midfielders in there. The likes of Connor Coventry, who Derby County were after 12 months ago. Well, it was more 18 months ago. It was January of their League One promotion campaign. And so it's not necessarily one where I could see Liam Thompson go into a Charlton or a Wrexham at the moment. But obviously, you've got them opportunities with the likes of Peterborough, Wigan, Blackpool, who are supposedly interested in League One, where I think he could fit in perfectly at all those clubs. I think Peterborough is a little bit more erring on the side of caution with the sort of style of football they play. I don't necessarily think that's sort of Liam Thompson's bread and butter. But if you get him in a hard-working team, a Blackpool, for example, which I think he could fit in, I think he could do a job, and I think he'd be brilliant at League One, to be honest with you. I think ultimately with Derby County, having the likes of Conor Horahan, Corey Smith, Max Bird, obviously Jason Knight the first season, I think I've already mentioned Corey Smith. Obviously at points we had David McGoldrick playing the number 10 role. You've had obviously Ebo Adams has been in there as well. So we've had some really good midfielders across our time at Derby County, and it just felt as if sort of Liam Thompson was sort of a little bit down the pecking order. So it will be interesting to see what does happen with his career. Do I think that a move to League One is the right move for him? I think potentially, but I think what he's got to do is make sure it's the right call for him. I think Derby County are entitled to some sort of compensation with him being under 24, an academy graduate and things like that, which could potentially sort of make these moves a little bit more difficult to those lower divisions, especially with Derby County putting in a contract offer. But we will have to wait and see what happens with that one. Now, obviously, if you have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, you turn on the notification bell, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, hit the like button, and let's get into the Derby County raffle. Do you want to win yourself the brand new Derby County 2025-26 home shirt? Well, I'm here to give you an opportunity to do that. There will be a link down in the description where you can head on over to raffle.com to join a raffle where you can win the Derby County home shirt. Ticket prices start at just £1 with a range of different discounts available. You can buy 2 tickets, get 2 free, 5 tickets, get 5 free, 10 tickets, get 10 free, and 15 tickets to get 15 free. The intention with this is to give you guys the opportunity to win a Derby County shirt for less than the valued cost in the shop. So if you haven't done so already, head on down to the description, click on the link in the description, which will take you over to raffle.com, create yourself an account, answer the question, and join this raffle. The winner will be announced on August 1st at 6 p.m. as the transfer window begins to draw to a close. So if you haven't done so already, head on over there and get your tickets.